Hello, Steve at Trek by 89 for Steve Outs 89. Do we really need a documentary about William Shatner? I know a lot of people love him because he's Captain Kirk. I know he's had a great career, but he's just an a-hole. And I know he plays this sort of, I was going to say obtuse, this sort of flippant, odd sort of version of himself, and that's kind of interesting in some way, and that sort of manifested into Denny Crane, who was a very interesting character and so forth. But he's just, I mean, they're talking about he's going to drop all the masks, all the different masks, all the different Shatners we've seen, and reveal the man beneath. I'm like, I don't think there is a man beneath. I think there's just a narcissist who has no sense of empathy or care about anyone but himself. The way he treated the original cast, the way he's treated just anyone since. Not even going to talk about. Yeah, I'm not even going to go there with that. But yeah, I mean, I've heard so many bad things. I've seen so many bad things. I've had a bad experience with him myself, where he wouldn't even look at me or speak to me at a convention. Then I insulted him very cleverly, and then he gave me filthy looks later when that little seed I planted came to fruition. And yeah, I just apparently it's being not crowd funded. It's being funded by fans who will not just pay to have it made; they also share in the profits, which is kind of interesting the way they're doing it. But it also shows that it's kind of desperate. I mean, no one's funding this really. No one wants it. Who wants a documentary on William Shatner? A documentary, like I said, on his life, on his career, on Captain Kirk, on Denny Crane, on any of the characters he's played, sure, but William Shatner himself, I mean, I really think he's people talk about him being sort of like a force of nature, that he just never stops, he keeps going. It's like, I think he's just running from himself. There's nothing inside him. He's just this shallow, narcissistic void that he just has to keep trying to fill up with fame and attention and TV shows and projects, and I think that's what makes him tick. I think there's nothing down at the base of that. That's all they're going to find, just a big hollow hole of vanity. No, I don't like William Shatner. But yeah, I saw this on Star Trek.com, not Star Trek.com, TrekMovie.com, and I thought, oh God, really? Really? Do we really need to give him more attention, more time for him to talk about himself? I mean, even Nimoy stopped talking to him in the end, and people kind of don't like to acknowledge that, but even Nimoy was done with him. When he was dying and time was the essence, he didn't have time for Shatner, okay? That's who Shatner is. And he's oblivious to it all, just like he didn't even know Sulu's George Takei, how to say Takei's name. I just don't like him, and I'm just like, why is it always the most narcissistic, vain, horrible people that get the most success, the most attention, and people just keep giving it to them and feeding the monster. There's other people more needing and more deserving of a documentary than William Shatner. Apparently he's been turning down offers for years. I doubt that. I don't think anyone wanted to fund one, but now they found a way to fund it themselves, so now it's happening. Who was he working with? Some director was getting attention. It's the person who... Oh, Alexandra O. Philippi, who did The People versus George Lucas, which I haven't seen, but I've heard about. I guess I have to see that now because I'm curious. But yeah, I just have nothing good to say about Shatner, and I just need a little bit of a rant, because whenever I think about him, I get annoyed. I'm kind of glad that when I started collecting the Playmates 12-inch toys, there isn't a Captain Kirk toy, really. There's the one of him dressed up as the gangster in A Piece of the Action. There's one of him dressed up as a Romulan. There's actually no Kirk one, so I don't have a Kirk doll. I have all the other figures. I mean, Scotty hasn't arrived yet. I've got all the other figures, and Pike, so it's like, oh, he can be the captain. I don't need Kirk. I know people love Kirk. He's their childhood idol, childhood hero and all that. I just can't see Kirk without seeing Shatner. And sadly, that was where his acting sort of kind of dried up by the end of the Star Trek series. He was just sort of playing himself, playing Kirk. He was playing Kirk up until about, I think, The Voyage Home. And then, because it was a comedic tone, I think he got confused. And then he just started playing Shatner from then on. It became all about him. So... yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but I'm just done. I'm done. I don't want to see this documentary. I still haven't watched the Mind Meld one. I still haven't watched... he didn't have one on The Next Generation, and he did one on The Captains, I think I watched that one though. Yeah, I just don't want to. I'm going to go. I've been talking for 5 minutes. I didn't mean to talk that long. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And if you had a bad experience with William Shatner, feel free to share it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. I know I'm not the only one. I knew a friend who met him when he was here too, and he was pretty sexist towards her, and but she gave it right back, so it's fine. But I'm just like, you think being in the public eye so much, you'd get some sense of, who you are from the outside, and maybe actually change or grow or evolve or something. But not the Shat man. I'm gonna go. Bye.